Alrighty guys, out here November 2nd today, got corn finished earlier today and finished beans yesterday, and now we're chiseling. We've already chiseled two other fields. We did when we had extra help or something. We chiseled a 100-acre field and a 66-acre field. And then got this here where that test plot is for the corn yield contest. Had some lime put on it this year, or had about almost the whole field was lime, with soft lime, and real dusty earlier, and a chance of rain today, and it had literally gone a couple miles north of here all day, and just been missing us. And it rained on me about an hour ago, just enough to get the ground wet. It only rained for about a quarter of it through, and it didn't stop me or anything, but it really settled the dust. But it made a mess of the tractor. That lime dust is pretty nasty. But the soft lime is cheaper than the hard lime, and I think a little quicker acting too, so that's why we use it. J-Groom, I apologize, my windows are not that clean because of the lime dust and the rain, so I'll have to wash those here the next day or so. Andrews here, where we have the quarter line at. I'm running an M2 right now. Most of the field it runs 2100 rated, and you can see it's up there quite a ways overrated. But every now and then you get down to a tough spot and it'll pull it down 2100. It doesn't ever get under 2100 really though, it just keeps on pulling. Jeff Raymond knows what I'm talking about, his versatile, that Cummins power, it just keeps on going, can't stop it. A lot of the versatiles, now the newer ones do, but for years it didn't have, or not too many of them were sold with power shifts, and this isn't a power shift, but they didn't really need it because them old Cummins just keep pulling. This is a model 1460 Earthmaster. It originally had 7 shanks set on 24-inch centers. They got 14-foot pass. Now we've got 5 shanks set on 30-inch centers. We run straight with the rows. So it takes 12.5 feet at once. Raise up for the waterway here. Not every other person in the area I know of chisels on an angle, but we like chisel straight because that's where all the compaction is on the row. And you know, you drive the auger wagon and combine go with the row this way and not like this, so figured I might as well run the shank right down. We've done that for years, run straight with the row. It seems to work all right. Yeah, it's chiseling at the 4210 over there. Gonna start strip tilling tomorrow if it doesn't rain too much or rain at all tonight. But we'll see. I'm gonna try to use the eye on camera so you guys can watch the chisel plow and watch that dirt being turned. I'm gonna try to speak up so you can hear me. If not, probably just scrap that part of the video and keep using my glasses. Alright, hopefully you guys can hear me. Tell a little bit more about the chisel plow. We've had it since '09. Bought it off a neighbor, bought a newer one. This is the first series of these M&W Earthmaster rippers. They're disc ripper. We've got the disc gangs in the front and the ripper in the back. They originally had parabolic shanks on the back, 7 of them. We couldn't pull that. Go ahead at the time was a 4210. So we moved them out to 530s. They and ran it like that for 2 years. Then the parabolic shanks just blew the dirt up too much. It's fine because it broke the soil up, but it just left it way too rough in the springtime. So we bought this M&W. They make it kind of nice. It's almost like a 3-point on the back of these rippers. And we just took we dropped the V ripper off the back of it, and we bought this M&W. It's a model SLR5. Straight leg ripper, inline ripper, off of off the Earthmaster dealer here. We put it on the back and it works real good. It leaves it real smooth. Got and I almost like them in a line better because it kind of all lifts the ground at one time and fractures it a lot better instead of in a V shape. Won't do that, but. We've got just a single bar buster harrow on the back of it, kind of flatten out the high spots, and it works real well. We could set these disc gangs to run at a steeper angle, but we've got them at the least amount of angle they are right now, and they work real good like that. Varies enough residue by the time we work twice in the spring and soil finisher. There's not a whole lot of residue left, so. And we like to leave a little residue, or a fair amount of it, kind of doesn't deplete the soil organic matter. Then it all decays at once. Then after 20 years or so, you really depleted the organic matter in the soil. So I like to leave some up on top. People don't like these old first generation Earthmasters, the 60 series, because of the way they look. They've got post mount there. It just looks straight up on that post. And they got a cylinder on each post, and a lot of times they wouldn't even lift straight. They'd lift one cylinder to lift out of the ground, and then the thing's kind of sitting cockeyed, and then they'd lift the other cylinder. They never it was a good lifting system. They never bust them apart. Never saw many of them that had welds on them. Where people had re-welded them, but they just didn't lift straight, and guys didn't like that. And we used it for one day like that and realized this is stupid, we ain't doing this. So then we got a piece of 3x6 tube and welded it between the posts down at the bottom on the post there by the tires. And they and now they can't lift. they have to lift together, they ain't gonna lift at all. So, and it works real great. It lifts straight every time and holds the tires a lot more rigid and everything else. We had made or started doing that 20 years ago, because there was a lot of these Earthmasters in the area 20 years ago, and we probably could have made a lot of money welding them up and whatnot doing that. Now the Cross Dominators are kind of taking over. The other Earthmaster we have is a model 1465. We've done the same thing with it, except it's still got the V-ripper on the back. We dropped 2 shanks off of it and moved them out to 530s instead of 724s. We bought it 2 years ago. It sold a Glencoe Soil Saver and bought this one. Or bought the other one, the 4210's pulling right now. They still got the parabolic shanks. We'd like to find another inline ripper, and we would switch it over if we could find one cheap enough and it's halfway close. We don't use it as much because we always chisel with this one first because of the inline ripper, and it's not as likely to bust itself apart. They had a different lifting system on the 65 series, and it lifts straight and lifted a little quicker, but it just busted itself apart too easy. So a lot of them been welded up. Ours is welded up. We welded it up when we got it, because it had some cracks in it again, and beat it up some more. But it's a pretty good ripper too, though. Sold the Glencoe Soil Saver for $3,500. I think we bought this other Earthmaster for $3,000, which is pretty cheap. It comes from a Deere dealer, and it had new blades and bearings on the front set of gangs. And then when we got it, we went ahead and put blades and bearings on the back set and new points on it. And it's a pretty good ripper now. We probably chisel 25% to 35% of the acres a bit, and then the rest with this one. We run 2 of them when we get done strip tilling. But I'll get some videos of it running 4210. But anyway, I hope you can hear me here. Hope I spoke up enough and whatnot. So we're about to do it here, and I'll have some more chiseling videos that come. Hopefully maybe a strip till 1 or 2. So thanks for watching.